That's weird. Well, that ended that curse. Let's see where we're gonna go from here. Back to the capital, I guess.
Rest,
Let's
which is
check our
welcome.
journal. Oh, yeah, chase my shadow. Done, done. So as far as we know, we've done everything that Jathal needs finished. Lies is tired, but I think we can muddle on through. We
More
got two
strength
people that are immune to it.
fails.
Almost three if you count Jubilots, because he has that really nice, not bracelet, the bracers. That basically gives him 8 extra hours before becoming fatigued. There we go. A little rest once we get back to the capital. To Doraville, please. Alright, enter the throne room. Very cool. It's an interesting story arc. I don't know. There is, I should say, for those of you that are hoping for a perfect ending, I'm sure we screwed that up already. But there is a perfect ending to this game. By perfect, let's be real clear on what we mean by this. It means like the best possible outcome for everything. That doesn't mean it's the best for you. So, small grain of salt with that one. But feel free to look it up on YouTube. It's not one of my videos, it's someone else's, as I've never beaten the game yet. But someone posted it a long time ago. It's actually quite cool. And like I said, the perfect outcome, you'll know if you've done checked all the boxes, because when you get the perfect outcome, it's a massive video. It is like ridiculously awesome, the video. You can get close. Hopefully we get close. We won't get that close, I don't think, because we already have people that are pissed at us. But there's a way to save almost every one of your companions. And that's all I'll say about that. But even that will be a perfect ending. So again, if you lose somebody in particular, don't feel bad, because chances are it was already hard-coded into the game. But I'm not telling you who that is. But Ekin here is ready to talk to us. Ekin says, Dora, these lands are like a forest. Everyone is hungry, and all keep constant watch on their predators and their prey. What you need is ears, by which I mean spies. We don't have any yet, but others do. They're planting them among us. I must stay in the shadows so I can catch them. Don't tell anybody I'm your head of espionage. Simply tell them I'm a minister. Keep it simple. This guy here, he's my head of espionage. Yeah, wave to everyone. Why would I tell people, you doofus? Fucking seriously, you smarter than that. A crowded caravan has arrived, the kind that often carries illegal goods. The guards searched the caravan and found a stash, but it didn't have any potions or artifacts. It contained spying equipment. It's unclear who the spy is, but he's clearly experienced. He had fine tools. We must catch the spy to track down his master. This is an animal that must be stalked quietly. We'll need a tail on every member of the caravan, but let them keep back. No threats, no torture. There's only one spy. The others are not at fault. Put all the merchants on the rack. Let the guards watch those who arrived by the caravan. I think that makes sense. Who, in your opinion, sent the spy? Let's do that first. The ranger shrugs. An enemy, a neighbor, an inquisitive mind. We haven't picked up the trail yet. We must keep looking. Alright, so again, I want the guards to do it. Let the guards watch those who arrive by the caravan. Ekin nods. I'll order the guards to keep an eye on the merchants. Community -1, stability -1. Can't be helped. I mean, we're spying on our own people, but again, we're trying to root out evil. New event, support the minister's endeavors. This was his upgrade. Remember, we just said that he could probably go from rank 1 to rank 2. This is our chance to do that. That's this. Scouting the central regions, scouting the northern regions, which is awesome. So that's 3 different map things that we get to do here. It's pretty awesome. I don't know what those actually give us. Let's see if it actually tells us. Maybe it'll be a different story. Another bonus to espionage, no less. Scouting projects. With special projects, you can find locations you missed. Oh, this is cool. Within kingdom regions. While exploring the territory, use projects to send scouts, and after a while, they will return with information about a new location. After some time to rest, scouts will be able to continue exploring regions for more locations. Badass. So, like that says, literally, if you look at all the different locales that we've been to on the overhead map, let's say we haven't been to everywhere in Glenabon yet, just because we haven't had a chance to explore everything. If you send out the scouts, they will literally come back and say, hey, there's a spot over here, there's a spot over there. You totally missed this area. So if you feel like you've missed something, this is your way to unlock that shit, which is really, really nice addition to the game, I think, because again, a lot of the stuff, not a lot, several of the locations are hidden by a perception check. So if you've missed it, that would totally suck to miss out on that content. So this really gives you that content back, or at least a little bit. So that's kind of cool. Right, I'm just checking to see if there's anything that's popped up recently. Let's look at our projects. So we have a rank up. That's for Ekin. Again, we will not do this right now. Remember, that'll burn us into the next day or the next month, and bad things could happen. Remember, we still have these ones to start before. And I can get this one started, but again, with the red swatch, he's not supposed to be the one to do it. I believe that's what that means. So we're still waiting for that. And the other two things are, these are our scouting chances, which again includes Ekin. So the central regions or the northern regions. Let's do the central, I say, first, huh? Takes 15 days. I don't believe we're going to use him again for this month. So let's hope that that's true. And then when he's done with it, that'll be somewhere around the 5th or the 6th or the 4th day of the next month. Then we can probably do the 14-day skip ahead for ranking him up from rank 1 to rank 2. Remember, we're trying to get everybody's rank up to a solid 6 to 9 or 10, I think is the highest you can take these guys. So we're way behind schedule. Even economy at a 4 is doing good. It's not that good. We're decent BP a week, though, so thank God for that. But that puts us in place for that. And if we skip another day, these guys will come back online for the 2 other quests that we want to do. So maybe it's time for us to literally rest to get all our spells back. Quick save first. Take our knee. Go back in. Skip ahead a day if we have to. And we're getting real close to the curse, too. Remember, the curse is always one of those where it says, oh, the curse is going to be here in like another couple days. So, if we want to do things proper, we can do that. I do want to make sure, though, that since we did take out that kick-ass gear, that if someone needs it, that we give it to them. So, start looking for necklaces. Who's got... You got the badass one, right? Yeah, you do. He's rocking a +3... +3. Ah! There you go, Val. And +2 ring looks good. +2. Everyone should be at least a +2 or better. You don't even have one. Oh, it's because he's got a planar ring. That's deflection +2 by default. Cool, man. Cool. Okay. You know what you're doing, man. You're fine. You're fine. Lindsay's got ring of security. That's actually a pretty good ring right there. Just some weird random stuff on that one. Now, since we have all this gear to sell, I keep forgetting that Jod's right here. We can literally sell stuff to him. So we can actually use him as a vendor. I keep forgetting this part. Keeping that shock dagger. I'm going to keep that keen scythe maybe too. We'll get rid of the regular +1 daggers. Okay, now let's do by price. Okay. Yeah, I feel good about that. We're doing good on cash. Like I said, I wanted to have about $1 million before pit tax. So actually, we're doing okay for ourselves. What are we doing from here? Oh, we're skipping a day, but first I'm going to look at the journal for how much time we have for the curse. Curse number 4. Yeah, literally within about 5 days it's going to pop up. So by the beginning of the next month, it's going to be one of those where, oh my god, you better do something. So we'll probably want to kick around town for this stuff, guys. Triumph, I like seeing that. Event of the month. A military parade made the locals proud. How strong the kingdom has become over the past few months. A flood of volunteers have joined the army. Community, loyalty, military +4, stability. Boom, go Reg. Triumph again. People from beyond the forest. Counselor managed to convince the villagers that they would be much safer under the protection of the king. They have sworn fealty and are ready to begin paying taxes within the month. +2 to community, +3 loyalty, +2 economy. And a disaster. Ah, boo. Damn you, Keston. It's okay. It's okay. He does this a lot. We haven't ranked them up nowhere near where they need to be, and that's part of it. Remember, the more you rank them up, the better they are at their abilities. Okay? So we did what we were supposed to do. Let's take a look at his check. Yeah, 61% of the time. Triumph again. Triumph again. Failure this time. He's getting better. Disaster is worse than failure, that's for sure. But we want to pass all these things. Remember, this is part of the hard part of this game. And to be honest, I must say this is part of the game that I hate the most. It's not fun. It started off being cool, and I do enjoy some of the aspect of it, but it rapidly turned into, this is stupid. Because people are almost always inevitably going to want to scum save this shit. Or install that mod that allows you to automatically pass with flying colors like Triumph for everything, whether you could have done it or not. Which is, again, soup's cheating. Not that this is any better, but I'm just saying that gets super weird when you literally just tell the game that always give me triumphs. Success, I'll take that. Community 2, loyalty 3, economy 1. Hey, we got a triumph this time. The splendid ceremony was spectacularly lavish and triumphant. The warden managed to impress both honored guests and the ordinary citizens. +2 to loyalty, +2 relations, +3 stability. Okay, we will take that. Now, quick save that mess. Because here is Reg's job. Here, again, is Keston's. And again, he doesn't have the best chance to pass it. I mean, I can give him a point to pretty much guarantee it happens. But I don't mind a 75% chance. We'll be here for the 13 days to pass this anyway. But that puts him on track. Now, we have, again, how many days was it? 14? 18 days. So we have about 4 days to burn. So really, we should probably just hard save it so we don't have to worry about overwriting this material by mistake somehow. We'll do that. Skip a day. Ah, the well! Yes! A strange occurrence has the subject agitated. It's time to learn what happened. Alright, time to get to the well, people. Alright. This is the well I was telling you about. So this is the piece of weirdness that happened, and people are going to be like, what do we do? What do we do? And you go down and kick its ass. Because I think there's like zombies or some shit down in there. Rats or something. And that's basically it. You just like scrounge the area. But it always seemed weird to me, because every time I've been in the well, it always felt like the well should have more in it. Like we were missing out on something. So maybe it's a perception check? So hopefully we have enough perception to actually catch that shit this time. That'd be nice. Of course, all this stuff you can look online. So if you feel like you are missing out on something, feel free to check the area out online first. I don't try to do that, not that I'm not trying to spoil it for myself or anything. It's just usually I think that my teammates are pretty solid the way they are. Okay, journal update? Honor and duty. Give the Iron Homeless a second chance. Occurs. Prosperity, annexation, kingdom building. Where the hell is it? Alright, I'm confused. Alright, let's slow down here. Arlene, into the house, knock knock. Hassif, Verdal, into the house, Arsenio, Capital Tavern, Canary Kalicki's house, Tristan, Val, that's Arlene, to the house. What the hell, man? Am I supposed to just walk up on it? Well, let's scout the area out a little bit before we go back inside and reread that. Maybe I missed something. Hey, Arlene.
I do what I must.
Oh, I don't even know that existed. That was another into the house locale.
I'm off.
Aha! It looks quite ordinary, and yet when you approach it, you feel a strange tingling in your temples.
I'm there.
Okay. All the shrines of Lamashtu all of the Lamashtu shrines down. Knock, knock, ears droop, and his eyes fall. All down, easier to knock down than were to build up. He glances around. I hope Mother not upset with me, with us. If so, worried beast will find us. Knock, 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 slowly, but his face is still downcast, staring off into space as if on cue. His belly rumbles almost sadly. You decide to leave the matter alone. Yeah, I feel bad about that. Sorry, knock, knock. So that's got to be the well. Here's stuff to steal.
In due time.
What up, yo? I'm looting from your house. I'm your ruler. Give me your shit. Taking your
Follow
pooch.
if you dare.
It's all my booze now. I want to see what's upstairs. Holy hell, my people are living large. Check this shit out, man.
That was easy.
Yeah, multi-story mansion. And a greater infernal cord. Holy hell. Literally. +4 enhancement to con. Whenever the enemy scores a critical hit against the wearer gains fast healing 4 for 1 minute. Cannot be equipped by good characters. That's cool, man. Just a random piece of stuff. Alright, how the hell do I get in there? Oh, there's the door. I was about to say. Y'all hiding out on me. Now I want to go and check the other areas out because that's a pretty badass piece of equipment I just found. I was hoping that we'd have somebody who'll tell us about that damn well. That's cool. Let's actually show you that piece of item there real quick. It's this guy right here. That's worth some money, no less. Can't be equipped by a good character, but again, we got a lot of non-good characters on our party here. Lindsay's good. He is not. He's got the sash of slash, which is just stupid for him. That one would be okay. More hit points for him is definitely a boon. Remember, he's going Dragon Disciple all the way to just be like all kinds of badass. So that he literally has extra strength, which he has already, con, which he has or will have soon, and intelligence, which he will have from being the Dragon Disciple. As a matter of fact, how far along is he on that? Well, he already has both of those. Yeah, so he already has his con and intelligence, so he had a really bad con story. Ew. Okay, well, he has a better one now. The reason I want to do that, because not that I care about his intelligence or his con so much, but I did like the extra bonuses you get for going Dragon Disciple 10 level dip. Downside is that loses 3 caster levels for you when you do that. You lose 1 at level 1, 1 at level 5, and 1 at level 9. So a lot of people only do 1 through 4, because that 1 level dip is not that bad. But if you go in increments of 4, again, that's still not that bad. So if you went to 8, you'd lose another 1 at 5, like I said, but that means you finish at level 20 with a caster level of 18. It's just still not horrid. It's just not great. But 17 is where he's going to finish up. So again, pretty bad. But he gets a lot of really good shit for it. So again, potato patata. Everybody's a little different on that one. Alright, so I can't find my well. Clearly this is it. I could have sworn that there was another well that was like over here or some shit, but that was probably in the earlier maps. Sarcy, you got anything cool? Show me your wares there, Zarcy. She's got all kinds of cool stuff. Do we need any of this stuff? Need bears endurance and bull strength, false life, hideous laughter. I got 2 of those if I'm mistaken. Wisdom, protection, scroll, sure. Sense victuals. Some of the small whatchamajiggy. Deep slumber. Lightning bolt. Seeing viz. Slow. Spike pit. Vamp touch. Beast shape. Bone shatter. Confusion. Control fireball. Crushing despair. Dimension door. Wow, she don't even have dimension door. What? Innervation is a staple. Greater false life. Deuce person. Some medium whatchamajiggy. Touch of slime. Acidic spray. Beast shape 3. Cone of cold. Fire snake. Genekind. Phantasmal web. Polymorph spell. Waves of fatigue. Mass bull strength. Cold ice strike. Mass knock knock. I know I'm spending a lot but she's also one of my favorite too. So literally, she is awesome. Well, first, I'm more awesome, so I should be checking myself to make sure I don't need some of this stuff. Match bull strength is not something that I care about, but I will have it in my book. Again, the whole goal was to complete the spell book. Now, where'd you go? Come here, I tell you. And as much as I say this is wasting money, it's not. I mean, you will get your return back for this investment. You'll have the ability to cast any of these spells at any given time. You just need to like slot it back in there and you'll be good to go. So again, definitely a boon for the characters that have spell books. And then also, now that we have these, when she levels up and she gets 2 free spells at every level up, she doesn't have to waste it on stuff that she's like, oh, I want this, oh, but I want that too. Well, you got it already in the book, so again, you don't have to pick as many, which again is a big boon in my opinion. All right, that feels pretty good. Let's check it again. Show me your wares. Prices. Oof. By her. Another bull strength scroll. Line flight. Use person. Must have been the ones that I copied for myself. Now, having said that, Proto also has a book. Yeah, see, so Cold Ice Strike, Cloak of Dreams, Bull Strength, Polymorph, Phantasmal Web, Fire Snake, Cone of Cold, Baleful Polymorph, some of the medium, which Majiggy, Sitting Flow, Spiked Pit, Slow Spell, some of the small, what's better call it, Owl's Wisdom, False Life, Cat's Grace. Alright, feel good about that. Deal. And of course we could still do the same with Jubilos, and probably should, just to prove that he doesn't have something missing from his book. First I want to make sure she's finished, caught up. Just sort this by type, it'd be easier. Okay, she's good. Okay, Juby. Talk to her one last time. I'm going to talk to her with Jubilos, looking at the list. I type again. Polymorph spell, not that he cares, but again, in the sake of completion, that's why we do this. Alright. So, Juby. Cool. Alright, we need to go back to the capital, I think. We need to figure out how to talk to the well. Seems weird. Maybe it was just a heads up that it's about to be an issue. Seems kind of like a weird thing to say, hey, the well's going to be a thing. Not right now, but soon. What? So, yeah, that's a thing. But, what else do we have, though? We, of course, could fast forward some days. Let's go back and look at our... Save it, since we did a lot of stuff there. Let's go back and look at our pop-up thing here to see what it says about the well. I didn't read it very quickly, but that doesn't mean I was paying attention when I read it. Strange cards that has the subjects agitated. Uncanny well. It doesn't say shit about it. It hasn't been completed though. There's no one that we can put on it, so let's just skip a day. Here we go. Success. Bread and circuses. +2 loyalty, +5 culture. The curator had to pay a hefty sum to the Timon gladiators, but the festival was a roaring success. People are talking about the strange well. Culture +1. Okay, I think it's time for them to go check that out. Veterans. Oh, thank God Jublos is available. Should be attended before the second month coming up here. But I still want to put him on it, I think. Ooh, and he doesn't have a very good chance. I'm going to give him a coin. Crippled and wounded soldiers discharged from the army aren't willing to return to their farms and instead form gangs and resort to highway robbery. There's no use arresting them, as new gangs will just take their place. Jublos aims to cut expenses and spend diligently, and he's sure to let everyone know it, too. Alright. Go on that, Juby. Let's go check out that well now. Maybe now it'll be something. It's like I said, it seems weird that it's like, hey, there's a well, and then there's, you need to go do something about that well. But maybe that's the way things work.
I'm there.
Main square. And ponder. What are we going to do, guys? We are doing what? Hopefully we'll be able to get to that next curse today. I'd like to finish that off. That'll probably usher in the Pitaxian era. Asa, Larcy. We know where the well is. I guess we need to walk to it. I don't see anything else that seems unique. So let's head over here. Anything? Anybody? Someone want to talk to me? Anybody at all? Come on, people. Ah, now. There we go. Water is gone. Completely gone. Do I really have to go to the neighbor's well now? Alright. I'm going to investigate a well. So, this, like I said, should give us the magic key that would let us into that big-ass lich fight. Or whatever the hell that guy was. That we kicked his ass earlier. So, but let's see. Oh, you can let me take my whole damn team.
If you dare.
Well, alright. Remains of the well's water. When the well was still full, water dripped down into this room from the vaulted ceiling above.
I do what I must.
Cool, cool. Hang around the tab key a little bit here. Rags and pieces of furniture destroyed by time and damp. Someone was using this as their own little space. The doorway is filled in with earth and stone. It doesn't lead anywhere anymore. The layout on the walls in the room's structure suggests that once it was a part of a larger building which didn't survive the test of time. I know we got stuff on the table here, guys. I'm going to scope the room out first, though. I just when we fought something down in here. Water receded only recently, and yet the papers on the table are untouched. It seems they are protected by magic. Well, I want that, and I want that. Ooh, the unholy flail, no less.
In due time.
Oh, that's some booty that we just picked up. Let's take a look at that booty. Newest to oldest. So the unholy flail +4. It's a +4 unholy flail. Yeah, I know, that's deep, right? But this is one that does damage to like good characters if it's unholy, if I remember correctly. So if you check it out, it tells you what it does. 2d6 extra damage on good aligned targets, which is not common in this game. Paper. Message from the laboratory of Farnerus. That's that doofus that we killed. You who reads these lines, whoever you are, please heed my words. I am in desperate need of help. My name is Farnerus the Pensive, and I am a mage from the great empire of Eobaria. May the gods prolong the years of its prosperity. I retired to these wild lands in the furthest of our provinces to peacefully engage in magical experiments. But now a terrible danger looms over my work, and even my life itself. I'm not even sure I will have time to finish this message before it takes me. Oh, unknown reader, if this letter is in your hands, I am either dead or trapped in a magical prison in a barrow near the western spurs of Tours of Lebanese. If you do not lack virtue or at least desire to receive a well-deserved reward, then find the dungeon and save me, or recover my mortal remains. It will be difficult to open the door. Here in the laboratory, I store the magic key you will need for this. But in addition to the key, the door is locked by a mighty spell. The door will open only for one who defeats 45 monstrous creatures of all kinds. Magic tags their lairs with a special mark, which you may have already seen on your way. It may be foolish to hope there's a daredevil out there who is capable of overcoming dozens of monsters and combating the terrible power that has ruined me, but still, I hope for a miracle. F. That's what I'm talking about. That's the key. So let's read the next one. Diary of Farnaris the Pensive. The diary is badly damaged and some of its pages are torn out. The surviving fragments are written in a neat, large lettered handwriting. 1. With each passing day, I am even more glad of moving to this wild place. Yes, I have none of the comforts of the imperial cities, but the wilderness has its charm. Whenever I go out to the lake, I always witness some picturesque scene, like Nixies playing with a flock of elementals in the coastal waters. When evening comes, parades of will-o-wisps are pulled to my doorstep, dancing under the windows of the tower, making the night is as bright as the day, and always smelling of a thunderstorm. I can just watch their games or lazily throw lightning at them from the balcony. Nice, man. It's only just for fun. These creatures are nearly immune to magic, but they are very funny to observe when they sparkle and grow angry, realizing they challenge me at their peril. Okay, kind of a dick. It's still funny, though. It's fun. Let's just stop and think for a second here what he just said. He's throwing lightning bolts at the bad guys, or the things in the area that piss him off, knowing full well it won't hurt them, but it does anger them. It's pretty good, man. I have to admit that if I was a wizard, I'd probably be a douchebag like that, too. Despite all my efforts, the last of the thieves who broke into the tower has died. It is my fault, of course. I must configure the guardian golem better. The thief kept cursing me in 3 languages to his last breath. I didn't understand half of his threats, something about the worst enemy that is already at my door. In the name of all the doorsteps of Eubaria, I came to this wilderness to get away from all of this, but the hotheads still find you, push themselves into trouble, and then curse you while you try to heal their wounds. It's such a shame. 5. This is odd, but the guardian golem isn't working. It's not destroyed, but quite disabled, and of course I don't have even a tenth of what I'd need for repairs. What could have happened? I checked the whole tower and all the protective spells, but I cannot find anything amiss. 7. The body disappeared right from the tower cellar, and the only one who could get down there is me. Well, I can certainly be distracted now and again, but this is still most strange. 9. I wonder what I shall do with the elven girl who I rescued from the wyvern. Her mind seems to be failing. She follows my every step, asks strange questions, and she always asks if I sleep well at night. Thank you. I'm not complaining. Well, at least her wounds are not so serious. A little more magic and she'll be as good as new. 11. I haven't opened this diary for nearly a month. I've been too busy with my investigation. Strange events have followed each other. A fire in my alchemical warehouse. The loss of the artifacts. Again and again, I test new combinations of protective spells, but all in vain. Something is stalking my tower, leaving no trace and easily breaking through every protection. I cannot imagine what skill and power this creature must possess. Also, I cannot comprehend why, owning such a great power, it still hasn't killed me. 13. I do not sleep well at night. Sometimes I pass out in the middle of the day and return to consciousness on the floor of the laboratory or on the ground just past the doorstep. 15. I'm a fool. I should have listened more carefully to what the dying thief said. I know what's after me, and I don't have much time to figure out how to fight it. For those of you that weren't paying attention to the other clues that when we beat that big bad guy, when I teleported in and stole his hat, all kinds of other cool shit. He's the bad guy. That was the curse. The thief cursed him to basically be his own worst enemy. So, while all the protective wards are working perfectly fine because it lets him in, because he is the other guy. So when he basically loses consciousness, it's because the other guy is taking over, and probably because he's working him ragged, so he's exhausted, which is why he's not getting proper sleep too. So after everything's said and done, he's basically just a split personality caused by the curse. But an evil son of a bitch that needs to be put down. He finally figures it out. If you read all his clues, not just the ones we just picked up, but the ones in the place where we stole all his stuff, it all fits together as a perfect puzzle of he figures out he was the bad guy, and he decided because when he's in the alter ego, the bad guy form, that he's a complete raging asshole, he's decided to restrain himself, leaving these puzzle cues, like this key for the magical prison, so that only the strongest can get in, presumably to put an end to his existence, knowing full well that it'll kill him, but also the alter ego version of him, the evil one. So he basically imprisons himself. So you have to kind of respect the dude for that. I'm just saying. But this is the key to the magical prison. Notice this part. 6 charges, caster level 20. Pattern key you found in the laboratory of Farnus the Pensive. The letter you found in Farnus' laboratory suggests that the door to his magical prison won't open until someone defeats 45 certain powerful creatures. The key has a spell on it that shows the exact number of creatures left. When the number of its charges reaches 0, the door will be open. So you see, we've been doing real well. We're only 6 away from being able to use the key to unlock it. And I don't even think you need to pick up this key to do that. You just need to find all the monsters and kill them all, and it just magically unlocks. But I'd rather have it than not have it is my point. So again, this was the reason that I wanted to do this. Well, I could have sworn that we fought undead down here. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I mean, it is an undead, creepy looking place. And like I said, there's nothing else here. I did not find a damn thing after that. That was it. So maybe it was always the thing. It was just to get the flail and to get the key and to get the notes, I suppose. Kind of cool. So I'm assuming that updates the journal. Or is there a journal update for this even? Because technically it's not a journal update. It was a town event. Huh. I wonder. Well, we'll find out. Anywho, solid fun. And again, 45 big monsters. And it said that it marked them on the map. Let's talk to this citizen in case there's something that needs to be done.
I'm there.
Okay. Sounds good. Back to here. Again, burning up more days until we get either something else to do or the curse to do. But that's a solid upgrade for us.
I do what I must.
Knowing how many monsters we have to do. It said that their lairs were marked specially on the map with magic. I never noticed that before. So I'll keep an eye out for that. If you guys have noticed it, tell me what I'm supposed to be looking for if you would. I'm assuming we're talking about the overland map, but that doesn't mean anything. I'll get over here and do a quick save, of course.
Follow if you dare.
I do dare. All right, Bitchwana, what you got for me? Welcome to Bitchwana Land. Pit tax is coming up soon, though. Now it's soup's fun. Okay, so yeah, we're done with that. Nothing else going on there. Okay, looks like we're just burning up time. So let's do a quick save. And we'll just skip a day until something happens. Because there's really nothing left for us to do. Evil pranksters. Octavia will do this one. And notice that, by the way, I should point out that Lindsay was the preferred choice on this one. As a, I was going to call her a rogue. Sorry, Lindsay. As a bard, it kind of makes sense even. The cursed palace, or place, known as the Bald Hilltop, has brought hardship and woe to the lands once more. Fae of all kinds have appeared, marked by the same raging hatred that fueled the magical beast preceding them. They seem to have declared war on all mortals. Their normal tricks have been replaced with cruel and dangerous jokes, and their pranks, more often than not, now end in death. Oh my god, if she has a 5% chance? Oh, no, sir. Wow, that's a dick move, man. Holy hell. That's a DC check, man. Oof. Okay, well, I'm burning 2 coins to make sure she has a decent chance at passing that shit, so hopefully this works. We'll scum save, of course. They seem to have declared war on all mortals. Their normal tricks have been replaced with cruel and dangerous jokes, and their pranks, more often than not, now end in death. One could attempt to free the Fae from whatever affliction is driving them insane, or simply drive the vicious creatures from the stolen lands. Okay, Octavia's a believer in free and unrestricted use of magic, so she's probably going to magic the shit out of those bastards. Alright, Mendef Crusaders. We're getting really bad on those checks lately. Team of knights was walking along the river to Mendev, but became lost and ended up here. There are quite a few experienced mercenaries and daredevils among them who fight not for faith, but for glory and loot. Some of them can surely be convinced to stay. Alright, let's start that shit. Now, notice how that quest that we got from her, the really weird one with the little exclamation mark, this is the time for the curse kind of thing. And there's always, every time that the curse is rampant, they always give you like something to happen in one day. You have to solve it in one day. And if you don't, bad things happen, and then they pop up again, and it pops up again, until you solve this, or the curse, or both, which obviously means you do this one first, solve it, then go do the curse. And just to prove that to you, let's see, if I do journal, it should probably tell me that we're probably on top of that curse. Yeah, here we go. 14 days, like always. We have time to prepare, and this is your chance to prepare, doing this, all right? So again, hard saving on that, so we do not mess this up. Let it do its thing. quick save as well, so that in case I need to scum save it, I can flip back to it earlier. Remember, when you quick save, it's F5, and if you press F8, unless you've changed these numbers, of course, if you press F8, that goes back to the last quick save, not to the last hard save. That's why we quick save right after, for those of you wondering why I do that shit. So let's skip a day. First, Triumph. Two competing merchant families have moved from insults to sharp blades, and a real war has begun. Among the victims of the bloodshed are innocents who are not now afraid to walk the streets of their own city. Triumph. Good job, Val. After many arrests, the warring families and their cohorts have disappeared from the city streets entirely, and the city is safe once again. Disappeared. Wink, wink. I get you, Val. Take them out back. Good job. Military +3, stability +3. And problem, evil pranksters. Past it. The kingdom managed to persevere and enjoys peace once again. Now, again, maybe I wasted coins on that because it didn't show a dice roll, but she did pass it apparently. Relations +1, arcane +4, stability +1, so I'll appreciate that. Arcane's starting to look good too. We really need to start getting this guy up in arcane as well to get caught up to the thirds and then start working our way up to these guys. Because as you can see, we're having a hard time passing these checks lately. Problems. Keston will be better at it, but again, I don't trust the timeline. Keston won't be done until next month. Remember, it says the 7th month, the first of the 7th month. We're on the 5th month at the end. But I've had this happen before where it said the 7th month and then, oh no, we really meant the 6th, and fucked me over completely, so I'm not dealing with that shit. Someone can go in it, we'll put them in it. And an 85 is a solid check. Now, yes, Keston would be better with the green swatch, but fuck that shit. I'm fine with Valor just passing it. Sounds good. Okay, so now that that's done, it's time for the curse. It's time to go to the Bald Hilltop and kick it in the ass. So this would be sweet. So let's take our dream team. Who are we going to take this time? I mean, obviously Jubilos is coming with, and the three main characters, me, well, not me, Dora, and the other two. So they're clearly coming with. Leave. We don't need Jatho. We don't need Harem. Let's take Tristan. And let's take Octavia. We don't bring her enough. She's fun. Oh, know what? No, screw that. Let's take Lindsay. She's got a lot of buffs on her. So if we're having a hard time, Lindsay will put us up and over the top for swinging and damage and just basically general fuck-uppery. It's awesome to have her on the team. So hopefully I haven't screwed up and took all her gear away. I'm usually pretty good on making sure everyone's got at least armor and weapons and shit of that nature, but we should really check before we head on out. Yeah, she's doing fine. Even Tristan's doing okay. Oh, she's gonna melee, right? So she's rocking the Troublemaker, Cold Iron Dagger, but she could be rocking the Vein Finder and Edict. Ooh, yes, please. What's that? That's a slash. Doesn't even want that. Lindsay could use it to be less hit points for her, but she would actually benefit from the extra protection. Remember, the DR5 slashing is slashing weapons penetrated, but the piercing and bludgeoning would not. So she would absorb damage from piercing and bludgeoning. That would mean arrows piercing. Again, it has nothing to do with magic, so that's not a bad upgrade for her. And again, she goes from a +6 to a +7. That's not bad either. Yes, she loses out on HP, but she's at 115. She's doing okay. Quick save that mess. Get to the Bald Hilltop. Kicking in the ball sack. Alright. Good work, team. Now again, they do give you that 10 feet or so of stepping around in this area to buff up. So don't run towards the hole before buffing your characters up. It's always the staple here. But this, again, it's pretty easy to do this part. Buff up and run in and just kick its ass. So literally, you want to bring your A game on this one. I don't know which one we're fighting here, other than it's number 4, but they are pretty gnarly. Oh, why do I have bull strength on my list of things? Well, I want my wings, and I want to give her wings. Okay, for the time being, that we'll have to do. I also want to buff my weapon. Without knowing anything about it, I'm just going to go with Bane, an Enduring Blade. Make sure to get my pet on and get my Arcane Strike back on. Save that. Check out my character. Doing okay for armor. It could be better, but you know, he's rocking a solid armor class right now. He's been drifting away from, well, it was lawful good. Or was that neutral good to begin with? Heh. I'll have to reset that at some point just to make sure that I'm the alignment I'm supposed to be. But I thought I was always lawful. Oh, maybe I wanted to be lawful good. There might have been a reason for that, like a spell or some gear that I wanted. Anyway, he's doing fine, is my point. Back to her.
Not hesitate.
She wants to cast Shield of Faith on herself, as well as on me. Her magical vestment. Do the same on me. Get herself a nice weapon of fall bonus as well, because why the fuck not? We're all in our kingdom, so you see we're all immune to poison. So I don't have to worry about the poison spells anymore. I have no idea if there's elemental anything coming our way, so we're not going to mess with that. But doesn't armor buffs and chances to miss buffs are going to be stuff that we're going to cast on ourselves. I don't want to have a gap there. It makes me think that I'm missing something. Get some mirror image on yourself too bad. We'll do the emergency force sphere spell. We need to put that in you.
My skills are getting rusty.
Jubilos, you want that, you know that. Get yourself a shield spell, bro. Expeditious retreat for yourself. Glory for yourself. Cat's grace for me, I believe. Yeah, an extra one for me. Get yourself a heroism on me. I need a hit target. Here is the airwalk for himself. Fat Kikana Death Ward. On me as well, sir.
Together we
She
stand.
has that ability. Let's do that for the
Share your trouble.
Our spell. Shield spell. Magical vestment for yourself. Death Ward for your spell. But you know what? We're going to go back home with the rest anyway. Put it on everybody. We got free love moving on the main tank though. Really love. You have heroism for the frontliners. Bless your heart, sweetness. Oh, actually, that was dumb. She has good hope. This is the AoE spell that you can get. For those of you watching my previous videos, let's pause that. To watch my previous videos talking about spells that you can pick up using Limited Wish or Lesser Miracle. One of the better spells out there, early levels anyway, is Good Hope. See this one? So let me show you this. It's level 3, it says. This is a Bard specific spell. So Good Hope is a decent buff, long term. AoE on the team, so you just cast it once and poof, everyone gets basically the equivalent of heroism, almost. +2 to morale on saving throws, so all your saves are better, your attacks are better, your ability checks are better, your skill checks are better, and your damage is better. This is better than heroism. Doesn't last as long. 1 minute per level versus heroism, which is 10 minutes per level. And again, heroism is single target versus this is AoE. This is a solid spell for your team. And then it counters Crushing Despair, which she also has, as you can see. Now she has Arcane Strike.
Right here, my friend.
He's got his stuff here. I have no idea why he's got this there. Oh, it's the Lesser Miracle, that's why. Derp. Let's get out some undead.
I'm listening.
Christian, you can do the same.
Confide in me.
Say, where the hell did he go? Alright. Quick save that mess. There's our portal.
Those fools.
Oh, it's the little goat beard bastards. This will be fun. Alright, Red Cat Savage. Oh, thank you, mirror image. Alright, now Dora. Well, let's actually first take a look at those swings of theirs. A, I was flat-footed. B, they got a 19 to their swing. So they're swinging pretty heavy. They're not slackers by any stretch of the imagination. I will 5-foot stutter step away from that mess, though. So I don't want to fight them so much as I want to screw them over with a spell. This is Soroka, one of my favorites. It's a knockdown spell if they fail their check. They also become fatigued if they fail their check, and it's continual damage of fire damage for every round they're in it. I want to say it's 4d6 plus your caster level, or 2d6 plus your caster level. Maximum of, I think, 20. So again, solid damage. Even if they're immune to fire, will still hurt them as far as knocking them down and making them fatigued. And then after they're fatigued, they become exhausted on the next failed check. So again, if you want to set something up, hit them with something that fatigues them first, then hit them with this, and they'll take them right from fatigue directly to exhaustion. Remember, that's a -6 to strength and to dex. That's a massive screw you to the bad guy. And again, if you can trap them in the area with like a web spell or a grease spell, which is smaller, of course, it's to your benefit because it really puts a whooping on those targets. Of course, I could just AoE the shit out of these guys, but the problem now is that I cannot walk it within that circle because, again, our teammates would suffer this many penalties. But we do have things that we can do. Let's just straight up damage. Ooh, got some damage. Lindsay. We got to inspire competence, inspire greatness. Dirge of Doom. This is the one that shakens them. That's awesome. And this is the curse. That's the one. And because Lindsay's so high up at Bard levels now, see how it actually was just a swift action? So now she can still do stuff. So if she wants to try to hold monster, she can do so. I don't know if they're immune to this though. Oh, they're not. That's beautiful. And a nice little animation to let you know that it worked too. So again, every round he'll get a will check with a will of 10 to beat that 21. So he will pass it eventually. And then even on a nat 20, he will pass it. So again, there's always the chance for them to get out of it within the next round, or never to have it affect them. So it's why enchantment and illusion spells usually by and large straight up suck. But if you can get them to land, ooh baby. Proto, come this way, hon. And I want you to blast this helpless target. That's sneak attack love right there, because he's paralyzed. He has a dex of 0, therefore he is flat-footed by definition, and therefore everything will be sneak attack potential, assuming they're not immune to it, by the way. There are other creatures in the game that are immune to sneak attack. It has nothing to do with whether they're flat-footed or not, they're just immune. So, here's Juby. I'm going to have you 5-foot stutter step that way. Pretty bounce on that doofus. Yeah. Nice. Tristan, you can come over here. I'll see if we can't figure out that doofus. Ooh, that's a nice solid hit too, man. Look at that. Failed fortitude check. That's nice. I was lucky. Well, not lucky. Well, he only needed a 9 out of 20 sided die roll, so yeah, I'd say it was lucky. But still a solid smackdown. Our little Skeletors are going to run and get stupid, set on fire. Knocked down, but that's okay. The whole point was to set it up like that. And then, of course, since I don't want to hurt them any more than I have to, we do the control fireball spell. Oh, and look at all the shit that just showed up. Dweomer Cat, more goat beard bastards, another Dweomer Cat. Now these ones are going to charge this way. This one might not get caught in this mess. But these two guys are going to be a problem. So I'm just going to assume they're going to be a problem and just rush them.
Strike as one.
Ooh, got some sneak attack on them too. That's pretty. A solid speed quarterstaff hits. And she did a will check because of the Bogeyman's roll. But he succeeded in his check, so he passed it. But just to get an idea of their armor, 22. That's not that bad. You should have no problem smacking these guys down. Lindsay,
Serves you right.
blow it up. Oh, forgot that her swift action takes away her arcane strike. My bad, Lindsay, my bad. Let us lock down that foot. Oh man, he made the check. Now you notice that he's got the cold effect on him still. I think he still takes damage every round until he makes like another check, so we'll actually keep an eye out for that. But GB, take out this one that's closest to us if you will. Yeah. Oh, nice. Tristan. That one's down, so while he's down, that's cold. Yeah, I don't want to hit my own teammates. There we go. It's cold dice strike this one. Wow, he made that shit? What the hell? Oh, he rolled a 19. Holy shit. Okay, well, fair enough. Oops, there's another one I didn't know about. And we got a little piece of Tristan and some sneaky attack rolls. Right, Dora.
You should have run!
Yeah, he took the tiniest stutter step. I should have set the 5-foot step. I will not for this one, though, because I need to come over here to get this guy. Get his attention. Lindsay, you can 5-foot stutter step this way. Help them with that. Boom. Yeah. Work wins. Proto. Let's do our little rod trick. Rod of the Fearless. Remember, this is a quickened metamagic rod. Any of these work for this trick, by the way. I've tested it myself. Notice how it has 3 charges. Any of your cantrips, you can shoot as a quickened attack, and it does not use up the charge. It uses up your swift action, like it should. And you shut the rod back off, and you still have your 3 charges. That's awesome. And again, that's nice because that allows her to do sneak attack damage with it, right? So, if she can, of course. In this case, she could. That's some solid damage of acid. And remember, this is the only one of your cantrips that has no spell resistance. This is an amazing cantrip for that reason alone, as most acid spells do. I'm going to do a 5-foot stutter step, yay way, and I'm going to come with a snowball. Oops. Amazing damage, but still a solid smack to the note. With the pets running in there like dumbasses, we don't have to worry about them. Ooh, we got another bad guy over here. Hello, leafless lady. And we got another goat beard bastard here that just ran right past me like a dumbass. Tristan, can you help us with that? Possibly. With the pet summonings in this game, many fights are trivialized. However, it is really nice to see that the devs have put in specific mechanics for other fights where having pets out screws you over completely because the pets get killed, and like the guys will have like the AoE cleave ability, where if they kill one, then they swing at the next guy, and they kill it, they attack the next guy, and they big hog and circle. So if you throw out some fodder pets like that, they kill one, kill the other, and then all of them die in a circle, and if you're close enough, you get hit 2. And those fights are like, well, I guess I shouldn't have summoned those pets. So you have to rethink your strategies. Still a solid, fun thing to do. Looks like I knocked her down. That's awesome. Let's send her a little fireball game, shall we? Okay. Solid damage, though. 21's not anything to sneeze at. You and him that way. There we go. It's good enough for me. Lindsay,
Any last wishes?
Nice shot. Oh, you get it. So you're doing rock and work with that short bow. Composite short bow. Oh, more people. Oh, they summoned boogeymen. Okay, well I see how you is. Let's see how I is. I'll knock you back. I got a couple smack on. He had good reflexes though. Oof. Okay. And since he's still in range, we'll do our trick. We still have our swift action, as you see. Won't do sneak attack damage, but every little bit helps. So always make sure to do that trick. Juby, on the other hand,
Will they ever learn?
damn right he will. Oh, there's another bomb to the spine, you son of a bee. I'll get you within position of this shit. Hopefully that doofus over there. Tristan, you come up here. Clearly we're going after that guy. Can you hit him with your beam from there? Oh, this is a different beam. I thought this was Hellfire Ray. Sunbeam! Oh, yeah. Oh, that sucked. That was not remotely what I was hoping for. Well, weird that other one went ahead of everybody and ran right past that bad guy. But again, keeping them trapped in the area is good enough for me. From here, so we can do some acidic spray. I heard her scream when it happened. Holy shit. But she actually took 0 damage from that, so she's immune to acid. That's good to know. I was about to cast Acid Fog on top of her, so I guess we know that that's not going to work. Liza. Work your way around this way, Honey Bear. I love the extra movement on these characters. This allows her to do stuff like this. Almost dead. Lindsay, you have a pretty good range with that bow, right? Come up here and see if you can tag this fool.
This is where I step in.
Nice. Oh, big movement. I forgot she gets this one once. My fault. Oh, she regenerates. Hi. Alright, you're going to stand right here and you're going to knock that fool away from this thing. Attack her on the side of the circle. Yeah. Good work, team. Oh shit, Jubilost got crowd controlled. Thank God he didn't attack me. He damaged himself. You see that? Jubilost receives 4 damage. He attacked himself. That's part of the confusion spell. You can stand there, do nothing. You can attack your friends, attack the nearest enemy, or nearest person, I should say, which could be your enemy. Or you can attack yourself. So he actually chose to inflict his own wound. So, again, confusion is a very odd spell. It's one of my least favorite of the game, I must admit. But you need to straight up to damage somebody. Time to get all dragon with it. Oh, I could cast acid like a dumbass. I just forgot that she was immune. Apparently she's not immune. She just has DR 30. Still, pretty high. Liza. You know what she hasn't said she's immune to? Don't shake her. She's halfway there. We're not bad. You can move up here and start flanking her for some fun. Lindsay, move your butt. Ooh, she just summoned allies. Well, that's gotta be what those things are, right? Leafless lady and whatever the hell that thing was. That looks like a damn myriad. Well, I can't see it, sadly. I can now. There you is. You're a twinkle twinkle. Proto, since you're already up there, might as well do your trick. But obviously not
Spell's
on...
not working like that.
Oh, it won't let me pick her. That's weird. Alright, Jubilost will do this though. Alright, Juby.
A fine use of my talent.
You're in for it now. You picked off the big man. Holy hell, she's tough. Alright, Tristan, I guess, will finish it off. He's been controlled too. Son of a bee. I want to shout. It'll catch my teammate. Let's just run in and damage her. There we go. I can remove the area of effects after the fight's over by pressing L, which is why you see the circle just canceled itself, the circle. Jubilost is hurting people. Cut it out, Juby. Alright, Tristan.
Something bothering you?
Yeah, we heal. How do we break him out of that effect? How do we break him out of that effect? He's confused for another minute and a half. What the hell?
What's new?
Alright, we need to think about this. There's got to be a way to break the enchantment, right? It's an enchantment. So, Breath of Life, no. Do I have power?
I'll
Who's
take
got
care of
what?
it.
That may
I
do
always
Jack.
did what was right. Therefore, I
Death Wars,
became
spell
righteous.
resistance. That ain't gonna do
Does
it.
it mean whatever I do now becomes
move
right
already.
because I am righteous?
We could paralyze him. That might be enough to hold him while we're figuring out what to
How
do
may
with
I
him.
help?
Ah, hell. You ain't got anything, Tristan? Really? Confused. Haha. There we go. Ah, that's my team. Way to come together.
I'm there.
Good work, people. Skinning animals, taking people out. Okay, so we have that. Did we pick up anything worth a damn? Newest, oldest. Headband of Mental Perfection +6. Oh, hell yeah. Now remember, this is the slightly reduced version of this one. +6 versus +8. Obviously the +8 hat's better. But for any of your other teammates, here's the crown that's +6 to everything, and a little bonus to resistance compulsion effects. But she's not rocking a 6, 6, and 6. She's just got the intelligence one. Why not give it to her? Boom! And that's awesome. And not only that, but remember, she's undead, so that +6 to charisma is giving her extra HP. So that's a solid upgrade. So not only is she smarter for her casting ability, well, same level of smart because she was intelligence to 6 already, but she's more wise and therefore a better will save, and more charisma, which is a better fortitude. Well, no, not a better fortitude save. I take that back. Remember, her unaltered charisma is what's altering her fortitude save. Her altered charisma, though, this +6, benefits HP. So for every level she has extra 6 hit points. So she has 84 extra hit points because of this tiara on and her high charisma stat to begin with. That's a solid upgrade. I totally take that. And we got a speed composite longbow +2, very nice, and a unholy flail. We already knew about that one though. Okay, that's not bad. We got some magic loot there. Go team. Alright, now that that's done, I think I'm actually going to take a break, guys. I know that you want more. I will give you more tonight, but I want to cut this video up and try to post these two for people that have been missing out on the quest. So it's been about 2 hours, a little more. I'll chop it up in an hour, 10-minute increments. So hopefully I can upload both of those tonight, and then later tonight I'll start recording again. But with that, my name is Brother Newton. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think of the new Let's Play, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.